All right, Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is holding out. You know, he feels a certain type of way. He feels as if, you know, the 76ers did him wrong. You know, Coach Doc Rivers came out and spoke a little down, you know, saying that he didn't know if Ben Simmons can win a championship with him. And B was like, you know, the series changed when, you know, we had a layup, they passed it off, and the other team went down and scored. That's when the series changed, pretty much throwing subliminals at Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons said, I ain't come back to play for y'all. And he's losing a lot of revenue, you know, losing a whole year's worth of money. And people have been putting pressure on the Sixers to make a change because they're saying you're going to waste a year of Embiid's prime. All right, now, how do you feel about this Ben Simmons situation? Do you think the 76ers should go ahead and trade him, or they should hold on to him? And do you feel like Ben Simmons is doing anything wrong?
Yeah, I feel like they both handling it terribly. First of all, okay, I'm going to give you an example, right? You're in the Army, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you on watch, right? Tonight is your night to do watch. And you on watch. And let's say you doze off, bro. Nothing happens. But you just get caught in the act of being asleep on watch.
Yeah.
Right? They call you in, they're like, hey, Ryan, man, you know, you were asleep on watch. You know, this is the first time this ever happened. You've been in the Army for however much time. La 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 la. This is your first violation, so we ain't gonna take it there this time.
Yeah.
But I just need you to know that you slipping. You doing wrong. I need you to do right. You like, man, I did wrong, and they gonna talk about it. Y'all got a nerve to like tell me I did wrong. That's how Ben Simmons reacted. Like, bro, you played terribly. The team depended on you to play well, and you didn't. And we said, yeah, he didn't play well. Like, we need him to do more. Like, we need more from him.
And
you felt some type of way about it. And you felt some type of way about it. So, I mean, let me also say this. He wasn't the only reason they lost that series. No. However, he was highlighted. But, yes, he handled it wrong in a way that you got called out on your stuff. You know, you need to be a man, grab yourself, scoop your stuff up off the ground, walk back in there with your chin up, take that fire, you know what I mean? Come back and be better. And when you be better, people going to say, man, that was a moment in his career that really, you know, launched into a level of Ben Simmons. You know, it could have went a lot better for him if he would have took that approach. The team is bad. The team is bad in a way that they took the angle of, we done with this dude.
Yeah.
But you didn't get rid of him in a timely fashion to where now Ben want to get out. He already knew he wanted to leave as soon as the game was over. As soon as they said, we can't win with him, I don't know if he's good enough to help us win the championship next year, all those things. As soon as they said that stuff, the whole organization and they offered him in the trade before the season started last year for James Harden. They offered him in the trade, him in the first-round pick for James Harden. So you also got to keep that in mind. So Ben Simmons was already like, okay, they were about to trade me. You know what I mean? If the deal would have went through. So, you know, get me out of here. Like, y'all already wanted to get me out of here. It didn't work in the playoffs this year. You know, we was the number one seed. It ain't work. Go ahead, get me out of here. You feel me?
Yeah.
Y'all already want to trade me. Trade me now before the draft so that wherever I go, they can draft accordingly. Whoever you get in return, you can start building your team in the draft accordingly and in free agency. Mm-hmm. They were supposed to trade him before the draft. Holding on to try to get, quote-unquote, more, they turned down a deal with Malcolm Brogdon. I think it was Malcolm Brogdon and 2 first-round picks from Indiana. They turned that deal down. They turned down the deal of D'Angelo Russell, Jaden McDaniels, Malik Beasley in the second from Minnesota. They could have got that from Minnesota. You know, they turned down a few deals. They turned down a Sacramento deal for Buddy Hield, Marvin Bagley, and 2 firsts or something like that. So they turned down a lot of deals to where they could have made their team better. With Embiid, you're not going to get the value of Ben Simmons straight up. You're not. What you have to do, though, you have to get a package that helps what the team is now. So now at least they get to see how the team operate without Ben. Now they can see what they need to improve, which is defensively on the wing and maybe a little bit more guard play. So you need to get a deal that helps the team, not necessarily is equivalent to Ben Simmons.
Right.
But yeah, they both doing bad, and they both did awful in how they reacted to one another. Ben Once they call you out on your stuff, you're supposed to pick up yourself and come back better, not say, oh, well, get me out of here. And the organization, once you take that stance, you were supposed to accordingly get the health, because that's when you're going to get the healthiest deal early, you know? Once it come out and the draft coming up, teams willing to give out a little more because they can prepare for their future better when they got the draft, when they got the free agency and all of those things. So, yeah they both handled it terrible, bro.
Do you think it's going to be setting a bad precedent if the Sixers buckle and just trade him, and Ben Simmons got 4 years left on his deal?
Is it setting a bad precedent? No, because you already, as an organization, took the angle of we can't use this guy and what we're trying to do.
Did the organization, or did they just kind of critique him?
They offered him for James Harden.
Oh, see, I didn't. Okay, I forgot about
started.
that. I forgot about that.
And then after the season ended, they said, it's clear that we can't win with this guy. Like the general manager, the coach, the star player, like.
Yeah, see, when they did that,
they clearly took
the
angle. You got to get rid of him then. But see, the value of Ben Simmons to Philly is not the same value of a Ben Simmons to a team that don't have a star player that can bring him in and build around him. You get what I'm saying? He's more valuable to them. So, like the Kings, they awful with the pieces that they got. So, I'll give up De'Aaron Fox. Buddy want to leave, I might as well throw him in the package. You know what I mean? It's kind of that attitude.
It was Fox in that package?
No, I think it was Buddy. I think
I'm
it was
Buddy. Fox a game changer.
Buddy. But he actually came out this season on a slump. You know what I mean? He performing lower than his expectations. So you just never know, man. But yeah, man, you never know, man. Like I don't think it's setting a bad precedent. The player want to go because of the reaction of him to not only his play, but the reaction of the organization. You can't say that's like telling your wife, "Look, man, I want to divorce you, man. This is done." And then you expect her, once you be like, nah, I ain't found nobody better. I ain't found nobody better. You know what I mean? I was just kidding. Just come on in and be the best wife you can be and cook and clean and work as hard as you can. She's going to look at you like, bro, no. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, that makes, okay.